Well, the voice is back half working again. So let's go and head into the new year with Fulham FC. We want to try and do some big January transfer window work to just push us towards that Europa League run. But we're in the midst of a little tough run of games here, and it's not started well so far in 2011. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 23 of this FM09 Let's Retro save from Fulham FC. We are back today to face two of the chasing pack even in Everton and Aston Villa, having lost to one of them already at the weekend in Tottenham Hotspur. We've also gone out of the FA Cup, as you can see, on New Year's Day, and we've drawn Zaragoza in the last 16 or last 32 of the Europa League. So a lot to look forward to, but we are really struggling without our frontline striker. Josie Altidore is leaving us with limited options. And while we have had some heroics in the last few weeks, I'm a little worried that now, aside from the top four, there's also 3 or 4 more that can beat us. If you're looking forward to seeing if we can pick up some results today before a big run of away fixtures in the Premier League, then please do put a thumbs up on it. But for now, let's go and have a look at the transfer news and, of course, at the results. Because if we start with transfers, it's been a bit of a weird start to the month, actually. As always, we've gone in for a few free agents at the end of the year just to see if we can pick any up. We've lost out on most of the players we've gone for, but we're looking at people like Henry Saivet, we're looking at Eden Hazard, and we were also looking at one other, Johan Mollo, to try and get on a free. We've had an offer that I would say is too good to refuse for Billy Jones, 5.5 million from Newcastle United, which we've accepted, and we'll wait and see if that deal goes through or not. Then on the other side of it, we've tried to get another big striker in. My original number one target was Kerrison, who is a brilliant player in this FM. He is superb. We're going to try and get him into the club. And hopefully, he'll be a bit of a superstar for us if he joins. But all of that is if buts and maybes at the moment. In terms of the history, we have got one addition that is confirmed. A player we were targeting in the summer but have now managed to add for the future. Daniel Howard for 1.7 million from Sunderland, a good young right winger, timely because of the injury to Giuliano, but he is now back as an under 18 option. So one for the future rather than now, but he did get his first appearance in the cup as well. Let's go and have a look at the fixtures to see what's been going on since you were last here. We've played 7 games in total, or maybe 8 in fact, and it's not been the best run for us. We did really well in the build up to Christmas against the teams in the bottom half, but all of those games were won pretty narrowly. And when we've had a couple of tough tests in the last week or so, we've faltered, as you would expect us to. So you were with me for the brilliant Liverpool win, the tough day at Barcelona. We bounced back with a 3-1 win at home to Middlesbrough, thanks to both wingers, Albin and Giuliano, alongside Musa Sissoko getting a goal. A 0-0 draw for the reserves of Sampdoria, 90 minutes up front for Alex Harrison, substitute appearances for the likes of Paul Webster, youngsters getting game time there. A 2-1 win away at West Ham, Breda Hangeland with a comeback brace in the 90th and 93rd minute. I had succumbed myself to defeat in that game, but just evidence that we're not gliding over the line, we're finding it difficult. Against Sunderland, a 4-3 victory, which was just as shameful. We were 3-0 up at half time. We then got pegged back to 3-3 after a Morgan Schneiderlin injury. He scored 1, but Bobby Zamora completed his hat-trick in the 86th minute. An absolute legendary performance, and Bobby has turned up with his only 3 league goals of the season so far, when it mattered most for us to get 3 points. On Boxing Day against Hull, a little bit more comfortable as Albin and Skelbreg got the goals for us. For a 3-1 win at Reading, thanks to Fleck, Albin and Enrique, all the left-footers delivering a goal apiece. Then, no, it started a bit poorly since the new year. 2011 does not seem to be our lucky one, as we lost 2-1 at home to Pompey in the FA Cup, despite a Leon Andreasen screamer. We've still told him not to take long shots. He's still going for it. I can't help it. And then a 1-0 defeat at Spurs, which was a little unfortunate. David Bentley put an absolute screamer of a free kick into the corner. Otherwise, it would have been, I think, a pretty decent 0-0 draw. So we go into these 2 games not pessimistic, but a little bit more worried than we were. A couple of defeats in succession, tougher fixtures to come, and of course, midweek football from the end of January, pretty much every week through the next couple of months, and hopefully for a bit longer if we can get through in Europe as well. Let's go and see how we go in the first one today, though. A home game against Everton, and you do feel our home form is going to be crucial here. Dwan Albin, the top Premier League scorer, but Good news is that Giuliano's back fit. He missed the last Premier League game. John Fleck is looking better. Schneiderlin's looking a bit fitter. It's a side that's closer to its peak than it has been. It does mean that we have got, I think, bar Altidore, everyone out I would pick normally. It is Johan Peller in goal. The fullbacks are Rosman and Enrique, with Hangeland and Diakate in the middle. Sissoko, Skelbred and Schneiderlin, now the familiar midfield three. Edinho is fit again and back on the bench for this one, with Albin, Giuliano and Fleck the front three. I'm hoping can deliver the goods today. Into the first one we go. Everton at home. You'd have to argue is going to be the more winnable of the two, because I've got to show you the Premier League table quickly, haven't I? Both of those in a chasing pack. Spurs up to 7th on 32. Everton and Villa within 2 points of that. And we're on 44, but a couple of defeats here could be getting pretty close. Let's see if we can avoid it in this one. Well, 4-4-1-1 for Everton, a side that we've generally had crazy games against. Marouane Fellaini is world class in this game, Leighton Baines the same. Cahill always a threat, and then youngsters like Rodwell and Vaughan before injuries ruin them in the real world. Let's go and see how we get on as we tell the boys that they can win this game. Just need to build confidence up again after a couple of tough games. And Leon Osman on the right hand side, of course, bit of a legend in our FM06 Luton save. Let's see if he can have a poor game to help us out again this time. 10 minutes gone, it's been quiet so far. David Moyes keeping it tight at the back, but Juan Albin has got a free kick as he finds Jose Enrique. Can we do something with our first attack of the match? Enrique to the byline, good ball in. Schneiderlin again is the man attacking it. Seems to only score for you guys. As Sissoko wins it back 25 yards out, plays a short ball to Rosman. Support from Schneiderlin. Great ball up to Albin. Tony Hibbert does well, but it falls for Skelbred. Tries to get it in. It's a good deflection. And Tony Hibbert will clear. A very solid defender, to say the least. And now James Vaughan will hold it up. But Skelbred tries to nick it back in the middle. Does really well to find John Fleck. Wide towards Albin, but Osman intercepts. Cahill can bring it away to Fellaini. We have tried to sign Marouane Fellaini. I'll make no mistake about it. He's a good player in this game and would add to our team. But with 23 gone, it's been a quiet quarter. Everton have had the only shot on target, but we're coming forward with Skelbred. And Juan Albin has a real chance and somehow misses the target. Probably the best chance we've seen so far in this match. But a very evenly matched start as Hibbert throws in to Leon Osman. Towards the byline, chance to cross. Baines' back post. Rosman does well, and now Giuliano can break. Up towards John Fleck, who's isolated on halfway. Skelbred quickly in support though, and Albin making a run. Beats Tony Hibbert to it, but he gets a good challenge in. And Skelbred is forced to start again with Breda Hangeland. Jose Enrique on the left. Because we've got to worry about a lot of these players in January, because they are unhappy. They do want to go to bigger clubs, and the window is now open as Hangeland finds Albin again. Chance to take on his man. Finds John Fleck. Lovely turn on Rodwell. Oh, that's magic. John Fleck is asking why we're signing a new striker, because to be fair to him, he's done really well up there. John Fleck makes it 1-0. It's a beautiful turn. And he and Albin, not for the first time in the last couple of months, have combined to great effect for us. Half an hour gone, we are 1-0 up. I wouldn't say we deserve it. It's been an even game, but a very good goal to take the lead as Howard goes for the big kick downfield. James Vaughan will chase, but Hangeland's there first. Enrique just starts again with Pella, who plays a 1-2. Heavy touch. Not really a fan of what's going on here. Hangeland picks it up on the edge of his box, gives it away. You could see that coming a mile off. It was stupid. As Baines gets in, it's going to cost us two, is it? No. Leighton Baines puts it wide. Probably the best chance of the match. 1-on-1, should have done better. You could see the mistake coming a mile off. 5 to half time. We're surviving it. As Fleck turns Rodwell again. Surely a foul. And surely a card. He's in with a chance to shoot there. Tony Hibbert might have just been in to save him. And it's a yellow card rather than a red. But Juan Albin is very good from these positions. I'm hoping he can deliver a moment of magic. Juan Albin, just wide of the post. Tim Howard and Everton survive, and it stays just 1-0. Jack Rodwell's having a really tough time though. We've just got the 1 minute added, and it is going to be 1-0 at the break. Richard Dunn's picked up an injury, so they're struggling defensively there, Everton. Not the best game, but we've got the lead. We want to build on it in the second half, so let's tell the boys not to get complacent. We've learned our lesson about telling them we're pleased. We did it against Sunderland at 3-0 and it almost cost us. What might cost us here, though, is not the team talk. It's more the injuries that are a concern. We've got Joanne Albin who's got a knock and we can't afford to risk him. So we're just going to see this out as Fellaini, hang on a minute, might get even worse. Straight at Pella, that's okay. So I can either bring on Zamora or Beasley. To be fair, Beasley's not really had a run this year, so I'm going to bring him on the left. It does feel harsh on Bobby Zamora, who's been very good recently. Says he needs the physio on again from Tony Hibbert's challenge, but I've made the sub. Just taking its time. So DeMarcus Beasley will get a run out as Osman has put a free kick in. It's over the bar. Tried to catch Pella out. He was trying to anticipate the cross. He thought, I'll have a go at the near post here, but he got back in time. Everton without doubt having the best chances of the match. We've got the only goal so far though. Baines has a free kick to Tim Cahill. Chance 20 yards out. Deflects to Fellaini. Phil Neville on the edge now. Out to Jack Rodwell. Could have made amends, but doesn't do so. And with an hour gone, going to start looking at changes again as Beasley has a cross blocked on the left. Enrique down that wing as well. Chance to get into the box. Good ball in. Cleared away. We've offered nothing in this half. We've not even had a shot. I can't get a break to make the changes. As Baines throws in from the left to Vaughan. We do so often get weaker in the second period. There's got to be something to it. We're going to make a change now. Giuliano for Pennant. He's just back from injury, so that's understandable. And the same on the right as well. We're going to take Rosman off. I've not got Frederick Storr this time, so it'll have to be Ignacevic. As here we go, with 20 minutes remaining. Ignacevic, the sub, throws down the line. But we're back in danger again as Fellaini gets in. It's a brilliant save from Pella. And he's cleared downfield. Fleck will hold it up well against Richard Dunn. Finds Pennant and now Schneiderlin. But we are really struggling to hold on in this game. Fleck gives the ball away in the middle of the park. And Ignacevic is the man having to do the work. Might have to put someone back to mark Fellaini. As here goes Sissoko into Skelbred. Up to DeMarcus Beasley. We've not seen much from him so far, but that one deflects to Schneiderlin. And while it wasn't his best shot in the world, Beasley, he managed to create something by having a go. Tony Hibbert takes the blame for the goal. And Morgan Schneiderlin, yet again on camera, is delivering the goal-scoring record that we have not seen at any other point in this save. A big second goal at a time we needed it most. We were coming under massive pressure. And now Everton are going for it. They've chucked Baines back into defence, brought on Stephen Pienaar for a centre-half. And Jermaine Pennant has now picked up a knock as well, as Everton, a little heavy-handed in the tackle. Leon Osmanoff as well. Paul Konchesky, our former player, is on at left-back. As John Fleck puts the cross in, Diakarte's up. Oh, we do not deserve to be 3 up in this game. But the set-piece delivery has worked. It's not been that potent this season. But we got 2 big ones against West Ham when we needed it. And that one should just settle the nerves. It's been a very even match this. There's no denying it. But it's Fulham 3, Everton 0. There might even be a rare clean sheet. This will be a day we can celebrate. It's been a very, very good result. But not the performance to match. So I guess at this stage of the season, that doesn't really matter. 3 minutes added on. It's going to be a 3-0 win for Fulham. And even if we do go and lose at Villa now, I consider this not a bad episode. Because I would have taken 1 win out of 2. John Fleck, the hero, a good performance and a brilliant result. Defensively, we had to rely on a little bit of luck. But I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go and see what that does to the table. Because after this Saturday, we wanted to be in a better position. Both centre-halves are looking to move on. That's the usual service at the minute. But that result has put us in really good nick. Because we're now on 47 points. I mean, we're only 4 off the top of the table. But crucially, that gap below City to get a top 6 finish is starting to extend. Villa have got 3 games in hand though. And if they win this weekend and then against us, they'll start to fancy their chances. Let's see if we can prevent them from doing that. Well, Aston Villa away just 3 days later. And this is where it's going to be difficult when it comes to decision making. Are we going to be able to play all of the 11? Is it better to go for fitness? There is a little bit of transfer news as well. We are waiting on Kerrison to get his work permit, but he has agreed to join, as has Johan Mollo of the 3 we offered free agent deals. The others are rejected for elsewhere. And Billy Jones, we've delayed it a week, but he will be leaving after this match. So he's going to come in. I want to bring him in for Skelbred, but I don't want to weaken the team. So I feel like maybe I should just bring him off the bench instead. The same with Adinho and maybe leave it for now. Or I could go for Adinho and Sissoko rather than Schneiderlin in the middle. I think we're going to do that. Go for 1 rested, 1 not. We're also going to take out Rosman for Freddie Storr. Rosman really struggles with playing 3 games a week at the minute. Not got that natural fitness built up, which hopefully in time he will do. The rest of the team I think we're going to leave as is. Dran Albin had no ill effects of coming off injured there, so we obviously caught it early enough. I might put Andreasen on the bench for Schneiderlin, just to be careful, because look, away from home, we need to try and get a result, and I think that gives us a better chance. So this is the team we've gone for then. Frederick Storr and Edinho are the 2 to come in. We've dropped Rosman out of the squad entirely, and Schneiderlin too, with Andreasen, the player, to come onto the bench. Let's go and get into the second game tonight. We avoid defeat here. This is almost the perfect episode. Avoiding injuries, of course, are key as well. Well, 4-3-3 for Aston Villa, and it is a star-studded team. They've got Davis at the back, who's brilliant. Queller's in there. A brilliant midfield with Ria Coker and Barry. Demba Ba on the left, Milevski up front. There's some real quality about, isn't there? They are one of the few teams that do match us up tactically, which does make it an interesting game compared to most. We're going to tell the boys they can win. I'm just watching with Sissoko in midfield, but I don't really feel the need to change it now because he's become a very good ball player. He's improving massively. So let's just go into the first half and see how we do. Hopefully the natural defensive mindset of him will help us out a little. Although the first minute, we've got a corner to defend with Ashley Young, and they've got threats up there. Martin Laursen wins the header just wide of the post. He was a proper defender when he was fit. Pella's got the goal kick, and we survive it as Albin with a throw on the left. It's been a more interesting and eventful start than the Everton game, where we didn't see any of the first 15, as Hangeland is being chased by Milevski, but gets it back to Pella pretty well. Ball out to Storr is half decent. Fleck is at least 30 yards offside, so I'm not going to get excited about whatever happens here. It's a brilliant finish as well, but he was miles off. I don't think we needed to wait for that to go in. There's no VAR in this universe. But for some reason, he still waited for the ball to go in. Maybe just to tease us a little. Well, past the 15-minute mark, it's calmed down a little now, but we're still yet to have a shot in this game, apart from the one where we're offside. As Pella punches rather than holds there, which is strange. It's into Queller. It may cost us. Carlos Queller challenged by Hangeland, and now Albin can break away. He's got Fleck in support, and he's also got 2 inside of him. Does well to win the throw in the end. But we came under pressure from our own mistake again. We're seeing a throw too. Does worry me as Enrique towards Fleck, who beats Davis, gets it onto Skelbred, and he's fouled by Petrov. Should be a yellow card there because there was only one more man to beat. He's definitely stopped the counter-attack, but he gets away with it. And Dran Albin, we're looking for the right delivery. We don't get to see it though. Quarter of the game gone. It's been a quiet one so far. Yet again, we're just stifling at this stage of the season. Well, a corner kick for Aston Villa into the 24th minute, and it's poor. Hangeland lost his man. Laursen heads in. I do wonder with things like that if it's because they want to leave. But they're playing well generally. Maybe he's just got outfoxed. 1-0 to Aston Villa. The away form is still a concern against the top half teams. It's definitely where the weakness is. Maybe we should be a little bit more cautious, but I don't really want to sit behind the ball. As Skelbred has the chance to play left to Enrique. Instead goes alone. Finds Dran Albin. Brilliant play. Oh, took the extra touch. He didn't need to. It was on a plate, and that touch allowed the defender to get in. Now we've got to try and get them back from a set piece, but the corner's not directed well. And Laursen's winning it at that end too, as Frederick Storr, wide to Albin, who will get a second bite of the cherry. Into the box he goes. Going alone there for some reason. Again, wrong decision at the wrong time. The boys just aren't quite nailing that today. Hangeland at fault for the goal. But we've got to try and make amends as Enrique throws in towards Skelbred. Laursen's there again. He's just a machine back there. Long ball downfield from Villa. And it should peter out in theory. Hangeland's got possession. And he just goes back to his goalkeeper. At the moment, doesn't look a key highlight. But hopefully that'll change as the ball goes downfield. Diakate just puts a curling one over the top. Giuliano's in behind the fullback. Giuliano 1-on-1. Oh, great save. Brilliant save by the keeper. It was a brilliant opportunity again. But everything was brilliant. And unfortunately, the save was included in that. Albin's got the corner kick. In swinger, Diakate's up, doesn't reach him. Demba Ba gets it away. Albin again will deliver. Or will he? He just cuts inside, keeps possession, then shoots. It's wayward. No doubt it was the best chance of the match Giuliano just had. He's not match sharp. He's not flying at the moment. We're 10 to the break. We still trail. You could argue after the Everton game, we deserve it. They missed the best chances in that one. As we've got a throw on the right-hand side with Frederick Storr into Diakate. Sissoko struggling a little in that more advanced role today. No Schneiderlin on the bench, so we'll have to make a decision soon. Might be a last appearance for Billy Jones as Adinho downfield, but John Fleck is not going to beat Lawson in the air as Giuliano does nick it from Nicky Shorey just behind Sissoko, hits its heel when he's going for the run. Milewski breaks at the other end. It's a brilliant effort. It's off the woodwork. Hangeland clears the second ball. Fulham under pressure here. We've got to keep it to 1 as Giuliano breaks free again. Just need a spell of possession. John Fleck will go on a chase over the top. Nicky Shorey is the favourite here. He goes back to Marshall in goal, who's made one great save already. Carlos Quella flicks it on, and Ria Coca beaten to it by Adinho. But they're winning the second balls at the minute, though. Skelbred's got this one. 2 ahead of him. Is he going to look for the pass? He does. He doesn't get enough on it. Lawson intercepts for the umpteenth time, and Ashley Young will find Milewski, who's causing trouble. Diakate does well. And Milewski trips him up. We'll take that. It's been an okay performance so far, but a 1-0 defeat would not be a good result. Can we make a change at the break? I'm going to tell the boys, I'm going to tell them they can win this game. I'm not going to beat them up because they've done okay. It says Aston Villa have had 9 shots. I'm not sure where the 4 came from on a stroke of half time. They were only on 5 before. We've still had the best chance with Giuliano. We've still got subs who can make a difference, who are fit. Let's not worry just yet. Well, this does somewhat scupper our plans because the man who we'd brought into the team today and would have hoped could do 90 minutes is now coming off injured. Adinho having a tough time, so Leon Andreasen on there. Also, Sissoko's playing poorly, but Skelbred is 62% fit. So I've got to go for it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Bobby Zamora on. I'm going to throw Fleck into midfield, chuck Zamora up front. And then the final sub, I mean, I could do Sissoko as well for Jones. I think we might do that. Let's just go for as fresh a legs as possible in the middle of the park. Try and add a little bit of energy in. Throw an extra striker on who can maybe compete aerially. And hope that those things make a difference. Well, 15 minutes remaining. And this is the picture we want to see. Everyone in the Aston Villa half bar our goalkeeper. As Andreasen gets it wide to Giuliano. Chance to create something with Storr overlapping on the right. 2 inside in support. Andreasen one of them. Can he find a ball into the box? He does to Billy Jones. Oh, goes for the shot just over. Imagine if he's the hero in his final appearance. That could be spectacular. As on the left-hand side, Juan Albin. We are now the aggressors. We're trying to make it happen. Albin to the byline. Beats Carlos Quella. Delivery's not great, but neither's the goalkeeping. Giuliano loses out to Lawson, who has just won everything back there. Ashley Young goes long. They survive it. We 10 to go. We're putting the pressure on. Can we create that one golden chance? Get that one corner. That one opportunity. They've chucked Agbonlahor up front for a counter-attacking threat. As Bobby Zamora's lost the ball and now Ashley Young's away. Could we cause our own downfall here? Andreasen gets back. Delays him but doesn't stop him. Second time, exactly the same. John Fleck back in. Stephen Davis puts it wide. There's only 3 minutes. I don't think it's going to happen, is it? I mean, ultimately, I'd have taken 1 win out of 2 at the start of this. But it has still been a dodgy start to the year. We've got 1 minute of stoppage time to nick a result. As Quella's flown in, but it's only landed to Jose Enrique. There's 4 in the middle if he can find the cross. Enrique to the back post. Oh, it's a great save by Marshall. I think it was Giuliano arriving. No, it wasn't. It was number 18. Who's that? Is that Billy Jones again? What a save from David Marshall on the line. Billy Jones flicks it in again, but he gives away the foul. We asked for one more chance. We got it. We did well with it. But that is goalkeeping of the highest order. Take a bow, David Marshall. In a game where he's not had a lot to do. He's made 2 stunning saves as Bobby Zamora breaks free, gets caught. And that, I'm afraid, is going to be it. A 1-0 defeat away at Aston Villa. A really tough one to take when you've had the best chance, when you've had a late chance as well. We're going to sympathise. We're going to keep the spirits up because that's 3 defeats in 4 in this calendar year so far. But we managed to rest a couple for the weekend. Again, no ill effects long term for Adinho and the likes, but he is unfit. So we'll miss the weekend game against Stoke. But then mercifully, we've got some time off. So hopefully then, the week in between, no FA Cup game, just a 2-week break. We can get the transfer work done and start to look forward. Because I tell you when we're going to be back, and I don't think it will surprise you at all. We're going to show the second leg of Zaragoza in the Europa League, see if we can get through. Newcastle 3 days later at home as well. A massive doubleheader. They keep on coming here, but we are in a very good position given the circumstances. If you did enjoy this one, a big win against Everton and an unfortunate defeat at Villa, then please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know what you think of the incoming transfer work. Will Kjæresen be the solution up front? Should I be letting Billy Jones go? We've also had an offer for Elliot Omazusi, which may take away our one homegrown player. If you want to stay up to date next week, as hopefully the voice will allow us to do 5 days, then subscribe and turn that notification bell on. In the meantime, have a very good weekend. Join us on Twitch on Sunday and check out the football podcast for pre-season predictions for League 1 and League 2, which will be live this weekend. For now though, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again in a few days' time as we look to push for the Champions League with Fulham and bring in a big new striker to save the day.